I'm here for your NXT review. It's going to be quick because, as you can tell, I don't have my normal setup today. That's why you're looking directly at my face instead of at the man shirt. So let's run through the card real quick. Like I said, it's going to be quick. First, we had the tag match, Undisputed Era versus the War Raiders. Very good opener. You can always count on Undisputed Era to do a really good job in the opening tag match. So it's no surprise that this opened up the show. I thought that the two styles may clash a little too much, and that wouldn't make for the greatest of matches, but lo and behold, ended up being probably the second best match on the card. So, really good opener, hot opener. Definitely worth going back to check out. Definitely a thumbs up for this one. In the end, War Raiders won, becoming the new NXT Tag Champions. Next up, we had the Cassius Ohno, sorry, I'm actually doing this all in memory. The Cassius Ohno versus Matt Riddle match. It was okay. It wasn't their best match. I thought the match on NXT was actually a little bit better that they had a few weeks ago. But at least it wasn't a squash like their first match. They actually had a decent match. Probably my least favorite match on the card, though. I just wasn't into it going in, nor did I think it was all that great actually on the show. So Riddle won the match. Give it kind of a diagonal thumbs up just because, like I said, it wasn't a bad match, but it was not my favorite at all. Next up, we had the match of the night, potentially match of the year already. Johnny Gargano versus Ricochet for the North American Championship. I don't have anything that I can say to describe this match. You just got to go back and watch it. It was one of the best matches I've ever seen, at least in a WWE setting. Probably better than, I don't know. It's definitely match of the year so far. So not only is it a thumbs up, it's like 200,000 thumbs up. I don't have enough thumbs to give up for this match, but it was amazing. Some of the moves that these guys did and just play off each other. The Hurricanrana from the top where Ricochet landed on his feet. The amazing dives that Ricochet himself just does. And then, of course, the story aspect of Gargano having to tap into his inner bad guy in order to actually win the match, which, again, Johnny Gargano did win the match to become the new North American champion. But yeah, it was a fantastic match and definitely worth going back to watch. Even if you already saw it, I'm actually probably going to go watch it again after I record this. Next up, we had the NXT Women's Championship match between Shayna Baszler, the champion, and the challenger Bianca Belair. Not a great match. Really, any match that went in the spot was going to have a tough time because of the Gargano match. Baszler ended up winning after some interference from her girls. She ends up winning with after Belair breaks out of her submission a couple times, showing off some strength, but in the end, it's too much. Don't know how I feel about the interference spot. I actually called it beforehand. As far as making Baszler look strong, I think she's somebody that can win matches legitimately, but I get from a heel aspect, trying to get her over that way. Regardless, I say thumbs in the middle for this match. It wasn't my cup of tea, and I don't know a whole lot of people that enjoyed it either, but it wasn't a bad match either. So, and again, the spot on the card, any match on here was probably going to die, so great showing, but not a great match. Good match, not great. Finally, we have the main event, which saw NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa defend the title against former champion Aleister Black. This match started out kind of slow, built up. I thought the finish was really hot. It was really good. Last, I'd say 5 to 10 minutes of the match. Again, that Gargano match was so good, it was hard for me to get into it. I'd still say this is probably the third best match of the night behind Gargano and then the tag match. But in the end, Champa ends up winning the match, capitalizing off a leg injury of Aleister Black. And then, of course, the show ends with Ciampa and Gargano at the top of the ramp celebrating together. Although, if you kept watching, Gargano did give a bit of a look towards Champa at the very end, so they could potentially be teasing something there. My personal hope is that they heal out together for a while, and then you can have them capitalize in a few months. But regardless, Phoenix, good show, not great. I may be a little biased. I still think Philadelphia last year was better because I was there, but I do believe the Gargano Ricochet match was better than any match I saw all last year from NXT, which means it's probably going to be the best match this year. Who knows? Johnny Gargano can pull out great matches with anybody, so, and of course Ricochet's great, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that was my review of NXT TakeOver Phoenix. Overall, thumbs up show. Definitely worth going back to watch. Again, I wouldn't go out of the way to watch the entire show, but definitely the Gargano Ricochet match. Everybody should see that. If you love wrestling, if you don't like wrestling, you're trying to get somebody into wrestling, that is definitely a good match to go to. But it is Rumble Day. Let's give it up for the man who hopefully has a big night tonight. And yeah, we'll go from there. Happy Rumble Day, everybody. Happy birthday, 113. And we'll see y'all later.